Welcome to Wrestling is Hard, where every side is the dark side of the ring. Yeah. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at hard4wrestling. Email your questions and complaints at wrestlingishard@gmail.com. I'm Jim. Brandon, Rocky Mountain High, brother. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Finally got back from Colorado yesterday. 24 hours later than expected. but not too bad. I had a good time. I can hear out of both ears.
I can't. Still got a cough.
We were just talking. Jimmy's got tinnitus. He says he's going mad, and all of a sudden Chris Benoit is showing up on his feed,
Yep.
and now more.
That's right. Bowflex and me and my family. Chris, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
It's hot.
99 degrees in Philadelphia. Real field temperature, 110. This isn't real.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that's real feel. No way this is real.
It's all a lie.
It's like
Scam.
Mar-a-Lago, bro.
Scam. It's scam. What is it? Scam weather. Scamdemic. Scam.
It was
Meteor-
pandemic, wasn't it?
Meteorology. Scamdemic. They're never right.
Better reporting. Hey, this week's wrestling kind of stunk. So let's talk about wrestling. You guys stoked? Brandon, are you stoked? Could you like you got home from Colorado and you're like, I can't wait to get caught up.
Yeah, exactly. I was like laying in my bed debating whether or not I got COVID again on a flight. Was like, I'm in the mood to watch 14 Stardom matches in a row, and while writing commentary on each of them, like I'm a reporter.
Good for you writing commentary. I just go off the top of my head. That's why I probably sound like a bumbling asshole. Let's talk about WWE real fast. Once upon a time, I don't know, 12 months ago, every WWE and AEW hater, every WWE lover was saying, man, all they do is sign former employees of WWE and make a splash. It's the only way they're going to get any traction is to sign a bunch of people they used to work at WWE. Meanwhile, WWE, and I'm going to go through these. We're going to go back and forth. More likely, less likely to watch WWE because of these re-signings. Ready? Here we go. Killer Cross, Brandon.
Nah, less likely.
Mind you, Brandon and Chris watches because his wife likes it. I would say you're a middle of the road watcher. Well, Brandon and I do not like it. We do not like it at all.
Yeah, you do not watch like it.
It's on your TV.
I barely tolerate it. Yeah, but it lasts about 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. That's not really.
Then it gets. Yeah. That's what I said. Like I said, I would give it a chance to be the sacrificial lamb because my wife will watch it because she doesn't give a shit. She just likes seeing it. She doesn't care about any of the stories. And so, yeah, but usually it takes about 10 minutes for him. Just like,
So more likely or less likely to watch with Killer Cross, who just came off of the Ric Flair tribute show, last match show, where a bunch of nerds said that it was one of the worst matches of all time. Chris, Killer Cross, you more excited, less excited?
Less excited.
That was easy. How about Dexter Loomis? Brandon, more excited or less excited?
Again, second one in a row where I'm like, these are the same people that I avoided watching NXT in the first place for. Them coming back and having a second chance is not moving the needle for me. This was when we started this podcast, Chris did NXT, and I just couldn't get myself to watch it, largely due to these folks.
Chris, more likely or less likely with Dexter Loomis?
I want to actually concentrate on the fact that Brandon actually pronounces the L in folks.
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 Like Volk.
Folks. Folks. I say it like you're from Philadelphia. Folks. No.
Folks.
Is I don't care likely an option? I don't care likely.
Okay. So I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling any of this. I'm not excited yet. We're supposed to be very excited because Triple H is taking over. He's going to change everything. John Laurinaitis officially fired, no longer with the company. It's official. Kevin Dunn still there. I saw a clip from this week where there was a big fight between 6 women, and there was about 250 camera cuts just in the fight, where they were cutting from fight to fight to fight to fight. It looked absolutely insane. I don't know. Chris, did you catch any of it this week?
I didn't catch anything, no.
Okay, good.
It was melting.
All right. Good stuff.
I was molting.
Came out today. $5 million more has been scrounged up that Vince McMahon has distributed across two more things that they say he paid people off for. Brandon, what do you think is the ceiling now? We're at $20 million. What do you think is our ceiling? How much more millions are we getting?
I'm gonna guess that this isn't even half of it. It's a question at this point of just like how much of it is just shitty old accounting that they can't dig up, and how much of it is obvious, because they probably started auditing this like a month ago, and they're already found $20 million worth of shit. Would take a year to actually do this right. So I'll say we're probably 40% done with it if they can get the rest of it out.
Chris, how are your thoughts on this?
I would agree, right? I mean, things are going to just start not adding up, especially since is he hiding it?
He's not admitting to it, right? Like,
well, no, but
you would think he'd be working along with them at this point.
Yeah.
It's a lot of like how this shit happens. Like, who's this vendor? What do they do? And you just Google them, and it's not a real company.
Well, that's
like,
the
okay,
question.
Well, let's pull this to the side.
That's the question I wanted to ask. Is it being hidden, or is it just like, $12.2 million for
Ico Pro
blank? Like nothing in there, like the missing money. Like Philadelphia had like millions of dollars missing. Like, oh, we don't even know where it went. I mean, like, pocket. Or does it have? I think that he's such a fucking egomaniac, and he's so used to it being the buck stops here. I'm the king. Nobody says it. Nobody can do anything to me. Was he at the point in which he wasn't even bothering to say, oh, this is going to Ico Pro? Or is it just fucking
right?
$14 million. We don't know where it went. And I think it's that. And he goes, what was their workout gear? What's that?
What was their workout gear? Tap out.
But that wasn't them. That was
tap out money.
Yeah. I went to JCPenney.
Is that where they sell tap out? I wish.
Started as an MMA company.
I remember.
With the show with the Papa Shango guy. And then there was a guy who had his face painted like Papa Shango. Yeah.
I don't remember.
And then it kind of disappeared, and
He's
came
dead
back.
Now too.
The Papa Shango guy?
Yeah. Faux Papa Shango. Faux Shango is dead.
Who is this guy? You know who he is?
Oh yeah.
I don't remember.
This was like Ed Hardy culture to it. Like when that was at its apex.
Mm-hmm.
There was a guy rolling around.
Gear.
Yeah. Nice. He was painting his face and wearing like one of those big like I don't know, how would you describe that, Chris? Like Crash Bandicoot fucking hat.
I don't know, man. It was so weird. It was like who was his name?
I need an image of this. What do we call him?
Here you go. Charles Lewis Jr. was his name. He was the Papa Shango guy.
American businessman.
Yeah, it
Papa
was
Shango guy.
Well, this should kind of frame out. This should frame out the mentality around it and the time, because it was right in the height of Ed Hardy. What was Josh Barnett's clothing? Affliction.
Yeah.
And Tap Out. And Tap Out's website was inyourface.com.
Oh, nice. Does it still exist? There's only one way to find out. Inyourface.com.
Inyourface.com. Talk about
shit.
He died in a high-speed car crash.
Oh my God.
His Ferrari 360 slammed into a 1977 Porsche, and he was pronounced dead at the scene. Talk about in your face. Here comes the Papa Shango going 240 miles an hour into your driver's side door.
The domain inyourface.com may be for sale.
Look at the bottom.
Here to inquire about this domain. Let's go to the Tap Out store.
Tap Out store. Tap Out clothing. Find my baby formula.
I got 4imprint.usa. So that's
Oh
what it took me
boy.
to. There you go.
Yeah.
Man, educational. We are educational, aren't we?
Did you guys see that video of Anne Heche
No, I
barreling
haven't
down
seen
that
it.
hill?
No, there's a video of it. I'm dying to see
It's
it.
just like a Nest cam, like of someone's house, and it's just pointed. It was making me laugh so hard. I was like tearing up because all you just see is this SUV. It had to be going like 140, just like blaze across the screen. And they're just like, what kind of maniacal person is in the driver's seat of this car?
And
That was
hey,
Anne Heche.
Just fucking whatever Ellen did to that lady. Here she's going 140, completely out of control.
down a
And
hill.
apparently she was cooperative with authorities, but she was like severely burned across her body. How fucking drunk was this woman? Yeah, Chris.
I was gonna say
Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
on the ring camera, is it just like you see the car and it's just like, yeah, like
Yeah, just there's something funny about knowing that someone's just sitting there, especially an older white woman, just like as fast as he could possibly be going down like a side street. You're like, wow, that was
Oh my god. I gotta get home before the sun comes up. I'm gonna turn to dust.
You just listen to Terry Gross.
This week's interview with
It just got me. I don't know. It's like a 1 second clip. You're like,
That's pretty funny.
Jesus Christ, she's going fast.
I gotta look for it. Not now, but I'll check it out later. R.I.P. Anne Heche soon.
I think she was on the road to that anyway.
All right, let's talk about some stuff. AEW is doo-doo poops. Well, it wasn't doo-doo poops, but it wasn't a very heavy week for watching. So we banged out 2 nights of Stardom's 5-star challenge. I must complain about Stardom. Dude, you gotta put the shit up faster or fucking do it live. Also, I tried watching night 3 compared to night 1 and 2. Night 1 and 2 are like, high production value, very, glorious and lots of theatrics. And then you go to night 3 and it's in somebody's fucking basement with a handheld camera. Come on, man. Step this shit up.
Well, isn't it like after Wrestle Kingdom they go to Sumo Hall?
Yeah, it's no, the Sumo Hall's, you mean Korakuen Hall.
Korakuen Hall. They go to Korakuen Hall right after. I mean, like Korakuen Hall is what it is. It's wrestling. It's a wrestling mecca.
Yeah.
So it's awesome, but at the same time, it's a gym.
It's a dump.
It's a high school gym, basically.
On the 5th floor.
Yeah.
I've been there. You have to go up to go down. It's like Madison Square Garden. You have to go up and then you go down again. But not as cool as Madison Square Garden.
Oh, really? It's like up in the air in a building. It's Korakuen Hall.
Yep, it's 5th floor. You got to go up to the 5th floor. You get your tickets, and then you go down some stairs, and then you're at the concession, which is tiny. The place is small. It only holds like 1,500 people or 2,000 people or something like that. It's right outside it's in Tokyo Dome City. That's what they call the area. They built Tokyo Dome and everything out there. Very cool. You should go if you ever go to Japan, people, listeners. All right, let's go through some of this. I told you guys to watch some of these matches, but I didn't tell you to watch all of them, so I'm going to blow through some of them. Let's see what I got. Didn't care. Saki from Colors defeated Nagi Sayaka. Risa Serra defeated Micah. Did I have you guys watch that match? I definitely had you. I think I had you watch. I definitely had you watch
Shuri versus Zumi.
Okay, I had you watch a Risa Serra match. So Risa Serra, they have her booked like she's a hard ass and she beats everybody in fucking 9 minutes, which is pretty nice because when she actually loses, it's going to be a big deal. I have no idea where I'm going with this story, but there you go. How about Siri versus Izumi? Brandon, go.
Yeah, I've been joining in Siri a lot lately. All around style kind of serves as like a perfect foil to pretty much everybody else on their roster. And she's hitting her stride here. As we talked about last week, I feel like kind of waiting people out, which is tougher to do in a 15-minute match. She almost gets caught with a couple sneaky pins, but ends up surviving and subbing her. Good stuff. Fun way to start this from my spot.
Yep. I like that Azumi started doing her high-speed stuff, bouncing all over the place, and then Siri she comes down off the top rope, and Siri kicks her right in the chest and knocks her on her ass. We talked about it before. This is like the story of her championship, is that other people start to get their shit in, and then she corrects herself, and she says, no, this is the way we're going to wrestle this match, and you're not going to dictate. And that's how she dominates, which is cool. Chris, thoughts?
So that, that's how you fight a real fight too, which is awesome. Like that's legit how you would handle it. We don't play your game. You play mine. That's how you play most sporting events, right? Like basically team style sports other than baseball is we don't go down the road you want to go to. You have to go down the road that I dictate, which is, that really works. Starts off really good too with, Siri getting a nice kick in the ass in on Azumi, which was pretty sweet. And then Azumi does she's going to do some Siri shit and doesn't work out. She gets the shit kicked out of her. So yeah, I mean, this was a good way to start it off. I can't get too granular with it. This was a treadmill match, meaning I was on a treadmill watching it.
Yeah.
So I definitely enjoyed it. But it was hard for me to really, get too granular with what I was picking up on, other than it was just fucking awesome and I really liked it.
Just to tag on to what you guys said with that, it's like, especially when Stardom, it plays very well because everybody's moving so fast so often that it's like to be the foil where it's like eventually your body's going to be moving faster than your brain. And she catches people in that spot consistently.
Yeah. We've seen it a couple defenses now, and it's good that it's her story and it plays in tonight too. Next up is Kairi's back in the ring with legend Nanae Takahashi, and they beat Saya Kamitani and Lady C. There was no doubt who was taking the pin in this when Lady C's in the match, but we get some high drama and we get some we get some challenges and we got some shit coming out. It's the next big show that's not 5-star is Stardom X Stardom. So we're getting Kairi versus Saya Kamitani and we're getting Nanae Takahashi versus Siri. So they should be 2 decent matches. Brandon, thoughts?
Yeah, Kairi's being Kairi here. It's fun. Saya Kamitani's like one of my favorites that grows on me. I didn't have too much to say about Lady C except for she was eating the pin, like you said. But I was a little bit confused in the post-match drama. I guess I don't know if there was an English version of this, but I was watching it all Japanese. So.
Oh, yeah, there were subtitles. You didn't catch the subtitles?
You can put subtitles on that thing?
No, it comes standard.
Yeah, when they have post-match drama.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, as soon as the match ends, when they do the promos, it's subtitled.
That's strange. Maybe I just wasn't reading it or something. I was engulfed in the screen.
Well, I'll tell you what, though. One of the things that I noticed that happens when I use their website to watch stuff is that I have a hard time getting the player off the screen. I don't know why.
Right.
Maybe it's my computer, but I'll have the time code on the bottom.
You got to click
and
it'll
cover the subtitles.
Yeah, that's
somehow
user
I
error,
got it
Chris.
off for that. I always, I can never, I don't know how to, like, it's just like, sometimes I'm like, oh shit, I got it. Okay. I'll leave it and I won't touch it.
I mean, their player isn't great and their website isn't great and navigating their website isn't great, but they do put the effort in to put those subtitles in for the international audience, which is pretty nice. I mean, because it puts context into everything. Go ahead, Chris.
No, Kairi, boy. Oh, fucking boy. And she's over 30.
Okay.
So the Bone crowd won't be into her.
Oh, they're not into her now.
I'll be the only one that's into her.
Yes.
She's Bone. I have no competition 30. From the Bone crowd.
The Boneyard.
First of all, her entrance is
the
awesome.
Stardom Boneyard.
The Boneyard.
The Boneyard.
Starring all those creeps in the front row. Go ahead, Chris.
Bone Bag Yard. Entrance was awesome. The riding down on a scooter.
Yeah, the electronic motorcycle.
Awesome. The e-bike. Awesome.
E-bike. Yeah.
Music. Awesome. The way that Kairi carries herself, which is so much different than I had ever seen her carry herself before. Even when she worked heel in WWE, when she was on Raw, they carried themselves kind of like in a wacky, maniacal way. They didn't carry themselves like she does now, like this fucking sex machine that she carries. Like, it's insane.
And you're talking about Nanae Takahashi, right?
Yes. She's probably, I want to say, I'm going to go out. She's, to me right now, the whole package, probably the most intriguing, even though she doesn't wrestle that often, she's probably one of the most intriguing women's wrestlers that I see. Fuck women's wrestlers. Most intriguing, like, has the most draw of any wrestler in the world right now to me.
She seems special.
I'm glued. Yes. Yes, she seems special. I'm glued to the fucking television. There's a shot. I'll send it to you guys that I grabbed off my screen, which is like, it was fucking amazing. Like, and they weren't like, grab this shot. It just kind of fucking happened. And I saw it and I was just like, Jesus Christ. Like, that's the shit you should be seeing when you're watching wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So this was really good. I really fought. And then everything afterwards was great. Now they're still going with this, you young people.
That's
Damn you young people shit, which is pretty fun. But, whatever. They're going with something, so keep going with it. I'm excited. I like this.
Interesting thing that I noticed watching both of these Kyrie matches. Now, in this one, she was wearing the all black gear where she rode the motorcycle. And then in the next match and the next show, she's wearing more of her pirate gear. But one thing I noticed that WWE has worked out of her is that she's quiet. Unlike every other single person in this match who is screaming constantly, Kyrie does not do that whole screaming thing that is synonymous with Joshi wrestling. The gee thing and the screaming and all that stuff. She doesn't do that stuff. She's quiet. It's trained out of her. They must go over there. The girls from Japan must go over there with that, there's certain type of mannerisms and they work it out. They're like, this doesn't work over here. You can't do it. Because it's so TV based. You're watching it on TV and having 4 women in the ring screaming the whole match just doesn't broadcast well. She's silent. She only yells when she has to and speaks when she has to, and I would suspect that that's WWE training. Brandon, final thoughts on this match?
Yeah, that's a good call out. I don't want to double down on that, but Kyrie, I appreciate that.
Yeah, it can be a little overbearing. Chris, final thoughts on this match?
Yeah, that was always my biggest turnoff to watching Joshi wrestling was the high-pitched screaming.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this was great. I really like this.
Let's move on. Next match, Mayu Iwatani beaten by Mirai in a mild upset. Mirai looked like a fucking beast with those. Her new move in this 5 stars to hit people in the lariat from behind. And it looks like she's punching the fucking shit out of them in the back of the head, which could kill someone in real life. So it works here. Brandon, thoughts?
Yeah, that's just as I peek at my notes, that's the first thing I wrote down. I said, yeah, this shit was wild. Lots of blows to the back of the head. That's a big Stardom thing we talked about this year and our crazy shit that's happened this year. They aren't afraid of TBIs over there. But Iwatani going full Darby Allin mode, throwing herself all over the place recklessly. And Mirai, I don't know how big of an upset it is to you, Jim. You say minor, but it felt like a big one at the time. Mirai was emotional about it.
Yeah. Chris, thoughts?
No, I think you hit the nail on the head. Literally. I mean, that's what I was thinking the whole time watching this. Jesus Christ.
He's just nailing people with that fucking lariat.
But I'm a big fan of the Hansen used to do the same thing where it was like, I'm going to catch this lariat whatever way I can fucking catch it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't have to be to the face, be to the back of the fucking head. Either way, it's going to knock you the fuck out. I like that.
Next up, Himika, who, I don't know if you guys realize this, but Himika is like one of the most protected members of this roster. She rarely ever loses, especially in tournaments. So mild upset, she beats Utami Hayashishita, about 10.5 minutes, 11 minutes. The Jumbo Princess knocks out the former champ. Brandon, thoughts?
Yeah, I didn't have too much here. The strength and speed throughout, very entertaining, but it got a little lost on me with what this was sandwiched in between with the wild shit that happened before and after.
Right. Yeah. Chris, any thoughts on this?
I didn't have an opportunity to go. I watched all the ones that were must watch, and I was going to go back and watch the other ones, and for some reason I didn't catch it. So don't have much to say on it.
Theme song is the best theme song in professional wrestling. Dirty Boy. Let's start a fire on the dance floor. So good. All right, last match of the show. Hazuki defeats Julia. Another mild upset. Brandon, thoughts? Beat the fucking piss out of each other.
Yeah, my God, here. I feel like both of them are going to be wearing this one for the rest of the Grand Prix here. I wrote down, you would have thought it was an automatic tournament win if you gave your opponent a traumatic brain injury, because it looked like that's what they were going for the majority of this match.
So many headbutts. Headbutts in the back of the head. Jesus fucking Christ.
Like, ladies, take it easy. But But it was fun, man. It was worth your 15 minutes for sure to check this one out. Maybe of everything from the first 2 nights.
Chris, good.
I mean, it looked like it was more important to beat the shit out of one another than it was to win the match. Like that's what they were going for. I think Julia takes a fucking tumble down down the fucking ramp.
Yeah.
And I haven't really, I don't know if it just I don't really think I've watched a lot of Julia recently. It's been more her involved in things after the match and things like that, but I can't even remember the last Julia match I watched.
Last thing we watched of hers that we like paid attention to was her throwing a shoe at Suzu Suzuki.
That was it.
That was the last
shoe. But I mean, in the ring, it just I haven't seen a lot of her, and this is a fucking banger. I was just like, and I'm not a big fan of the rumbles outside the ring that for no fucking reason. But I guess it's just because it's people I don't. It's people I don't really see too often.
These two have established themselves to not like each other, which is pretty nice in the last like 8 months or whatever since last year.
It always goes back to the fact that I say it all the time when fucking Tanahashi beat AJ Styles in the G1 that he gave him the finger.
Yeah, that was so good.
They didn't have anything going at the time, but he fucking hated him.
Yep.
Pinned him, and then he gave him the finger after he pinned him because he fucking hated him. Just because you don't have a feud with somebody, you're not working with somebody at the current moment. That doesn't mean you still can't fucking hate them. Like
there's a backstory to this. When Hazuki originally retired, she retired around the same time that Julia started with Stardom, and they it was speculated. You know how people speculate online all the time about shit, that the reason Hazuki left was because of Julia, which is probably completely untrue. But they kind of play into it. They've been playing into it, which is good. Keep us guessing. You know what I mean?
It's not
go ahead, Brandon.
Yeah. Final thoughts. Like, I watch them. It's like, it's not that I encourage this behavior, but I think I inevitably end up enjoying this shit more. Cause then like, I'll make the point now because it's not about the night 2 main event, but when that match starts and there's like a lot of early in the match shit going on where there's like, they're dramatically lifting their hands from each other or very slowly moving. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Just do what they did last night. That was more entertaining.
Right.
Beat the shit out of each other.
There's a dislike, and then there's like the weird thing where it's, like professional respect where you're trying to outwork each other because you're both good guys or whatever.
Right.
And then you're like, man, these guys should be beat the shit out of like each other like Julia and Hazuki did. Good stuff, though. For night 1 was really good. Night 2, Mina Shirakawa, there's a couple of matches, but we'll talk about some of them. Mina Shirakawa defeated Momo Watanabe in a mild upset. Brandon, thoughts?
Yeah, we get a little bit of the Hideo Tai interference here. Potential brewing for this to go down the shitter with that. It ends up not happening, though. Attempted cheat costs Momo, which gets jammed up with a roll-up. Not a bad start for night 2. We're picking up, but nothing too memorable.
I like Mina stealing the wrench. Momo and her wrench. It's pretty good.
Yes.
Chris, thoughts?
Momo's another one that I just like. Just the way she behaves, just kind of glued to the screen with her. But it was a match. Odo Tai, they're fun to interfere. It's kind of like, all right, yeah, like Brandon just said, are we going down this like, fucking
it's House of Torture. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, look, not mad at it. Good match, lots of fun. Momo rules. That's all there really is to say.
Risa Sera defeated Saki. Risa Sera looked like a fucking beast in this one again. Brandon, thoughts?
I missed this one. I must have missed the check. What'd you
It's okay. It might not be on the outline. Maybe
this is one of the ones I went back and watched.
Yeah. Risa Sera is good. I love Risa Sera. Her back is fucking amazing. Get a picture of what her back looks like from the death matches. Looks like a fucking roadmap. It's gnarly. Kairi Sane and Natsupoi teamed up, and they defeated the Stars team of Mayo Iwatani and Saya Aida, the Muscle Gory, with the pose off. This is a fun match, especially Natsupoi and Kairi have never tagged up in modern Stardom, which is pretty nice. Go ahead, Brandon, thoughts?
These weren't on the list, so I didn't see these ones.
Oh,
or at least not the
I'm not even
check.
looking at the list. Sorry, I'm just going through.
The next one I watched was Tom Nakano, and
it's not on must watch. That's all. All right, so yeah, we'll move on. Tom Nakano beats Himika, and holy German fucking suplex at the end of this match. Brandon, thoughts?
Yeah, not like what I wrote down was not amazing for the majority of it. I think we're all big fans of Tom Nakano, but at the end, yeah, some gnarly shit going on. Uh, it started to blend into the card a little bit throughout the match, but Tom Nakano was just very entertaining.
Yeah, I think she's must watch. Chris, thoughts?
I got down my notes I have down. Good. Nah. It was good.
Yep.
That's it. That's all I got. Good match. Middle of the card. Maybe I was getting a little cross-eyed from watching too much wrestling and not being able to understand the announcers.
Which I felt the exact same, but I don't want to like downplay these. Like even if
No.
you're in that weird like 6 out of 12 spot when we're consuming these, this is much more like higher quality than your average, like 6 out of 12.
You're fucking right.
AEW giant card.
Yeah, it's it's tourney stuff, so we get a little storytelling, we get some stuff like that, and Tom Nakano beating the much larger Himike was a big deal, especially I'd mentioned that she's pretty well protected, and I think her win percentage. Somebody does this thing where they put up the stats and they compile this. I don't know how anybody has time for it, but
the coolest guy in the world.
You're right, the coolest dude, the coolest dude ever.
The dude with the most friends and the most
stat keeper for
that person. That they said it, according to their stats, she's got like a 70% win percentage, Himika. So.
Yeah,
big deal.
That kind of stuff is lost on me, but that's interesting. Yeah.
This person.
Shout out to the king of the good times on Twitter, keeping the stats.
This is the guy. This is the person that goes to the baseball game and keeps score. Somebody's got to find that fun, right?
Holy shit! I was passed out from coffee. Okay. How about
that's the type of guy, the baseball scorecard guy.
Baseball scorecard guy. Julia 0-2 loses to Mirai in a big up. Well, it's not really a big upset, but it's surprising. Mirai super push Mirai. Yeah, Brendan.
Yeah, it was a big upset to me. Getting nervous for my girl here. I mean, any good tournament needs its fair share of unpredictability, and I felt like that's what this was to me. There's a reason why a bunch of guys go get vasectomies on March 13th so that they can lay home and watch March Madness for 4 days. And this was that for me. I'm like, holy shit, Julia's not going to win a fucking match against these two. Good stuff, though, Mirai.
Yeah, she's awesome. Chris, thoughts?
Yeah, the match was good. I think the result was definitely more exciting than the match. Sometimes it was a means to an end to have Julia go 0-2 in the first 2 matches, which is unexpected. But by no means was the match not good. But the result definitely put it over the top, made it like a really good match.
Starlight Kid in her first ever singles win against Saya Kamitani. Brandon, thoughts?
Yeah, I thought one of the best of them all. Seemed like an emotional win for Starlight Kid. Don't know all of the context here, though. I don't know if they got subtitled away from the end of me. I just tuned it out or what, but maybe you can tell me if I'm wrong.
No, it's a big deal. She finally beats her. She had the green masks ready to put on her head. Saya Kamitani, a little shook. She's a little shook by fucking Kairi challenging her, I think. I think this is the story. She doesn't feel... She cried after Kairi fucking called her out.
Yeah,
she doesn't feel like she earned... She feels like she's worked her really hard to get where she is, but I don't think she's confident enough. I think she's doomed against Kairi in this match. I think Kairi's going to beat the fucking piss out of her, and I'm excited about it. It makes it better if Saya Kamitani can overcome the odds and beats Kairi, but man, it's a big fucking deal. This is good storytelling here with this because it's telling it on multiple levels. Saya Kamitani didn't seem to have an answer for most of Starlight Kid's offense in this one, which is good, and she always has. Chris, good.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head there. I mean, I don't really have much to add. It's a banger. Most of Starlight Kids are really fun to watch. It's like watching Rey Mysterio again. The first couple times you saw him. That's the way I feel when I watch Starlight Kids. Like you can make this thing that we've seen someone, in my opinion, one of the best wrestlers of all time in Rey Mysterio. So it's not new. But for you to make it look new is an accomplishment, and she's really exciting. So this match was really good. I didn't even really think about what you were saying with Saya Kamitani, but yeah, Kairi's in her head, and I, knowing, like, seeing the way that Stardom lays their stories out and how layered they are. looks like this might be something with Kamitani and Kyrie that lasts a long time. It's going to take a while for her to overcome this thing, and then finally, when she does it, months or a year later, it's good. The payoff's going to be fucking amazing.
Yeah, I'm excited about
It's also a story I feel like you could only pull off here, where it's like, you didn't earn it. It's like, I think I'm going to cry just thinking about the fact that you could do this to me after all the time I've been here. If you try to do that in most other places, it would be like, oh, what the fuck?
They did a promo for their press conference leading up to the Stardom show, which I believe is at the end of the month. But it's Saya Kamitani and Kyrie, and they're both talking about it and about the match. And Saya Kamitani just starts crying. She's bawling out of control. Kyrie hops up and she's like, "You're crying before the match? I've never cried before a match. Get a hold of yourself. You're supposed to be the champ." Yo, she's dead. Kyrie's gonna kill her. This match is gonna be fucking awesome. I'm so stoked. We're not even done talking about this card. We haven't even gotten through 5-star yet. I'm ready for. I mean, one of them's got to lose. I think Saya Kamitani is the one that loses, not Siri. Go ahead, Chris.
No, so I was going to say, it's like, when the way that we've been watching wrestling over the last few years, you would never get this kind of storytelling where it's like, yeah, you know what, the bad guy, right? I guess we can say that Kyrie's the heel here in the traditional, term. If you need a heel, she's the heel. What we're so used to seeing on TV is that the heel basically looks like shit every fucking week, and then loses in a pay-per-view. And it's like, there's no story there. There's no fucking story there. Now you look at Stardom and how they have a point in which it's like, not only do you like, it's like you're expecting with glee the baby face to get the shit kicked out of her multiple times, knowing in the back of your head that the payoff, when she finally overcomes she gets over that hill, she overcomes this obstacle, that the payoff is going to be like tear-inducing payoff.
Right.
And it's going to make it so much better. So, I hate to bring them up, but the two major American wrestling companies, take a page from this fucking book,
It's simple storytelling, man.
It's really not that hard.
They overcomplicate it.
You have to give me a reason, right? Cersei Lannister died in the last episode, or the second to the last episode. You wanted her fucking dead from the beginning. She died in the second to last episode. In a very lackluster way, mind you, but she still died.
What? Rocks fell on her.
Yeah, rocks fell on her head while she was making out with her brother.
Making out with her brother. They lived happily ever after until they died.
In hell. Wherever.
All right, last match of the card. Utami Hayashi. She defeated Siri in her first. She says it's her first ever pin over her in singles competition, but it's first ever win over her in singles competition since this feud's been going on. It's happened before, but with 4 seconds left on the clock, in the 50-minute time limit, she pulled it off because they've fought to time limit draw. An extended time limit draw, and then finally Siri was like, no time limit, and then beat her. Tommy wins. Big Boss is back. Go ahead, Brandon.
I don't want to say too much about this one because I was enjoying this second night, and I stopped, made a coffee, put my phone away, sat down and watched this because I'm like, this is the biggest one of them all. And actually, I went back to watch it twice because I was kind of like, that's it. But go ahead, tell me what you think about it. I'm already more interested just hearing the drama about the time limit things, and I'm happy to be wrong here. But my reaction was like, that's how Siri loses after this amazing heat up.
Well, I think she was. The big thing was that Utami was able to beat her. Everybody in the stadium, once you hear that, countdown to 10 seconds left, I think everybody thought that this was going to be another fucking draw. So when she actually pulled it out with the big, fucking that power bomb, she did spinning power bomb, which is an awesome move. We talked about it, last year when she did it to Saya Kamitani, where the body actually keeps spinning after she tosses you and you keep spinning. It's a good move, and she pulls out the win. I mean, it's a good establishing her back as being this this ultimate threat that she was before Siri went on her run. I think it's a good story told. Yeah, we've seen it before, though. Maybe that's the catch. We've seen them fight before. Utami seemed like she had more of the control in this match So we'll see how this goes going down the 5-star. I mean, the story for me has been, I thought the written story would be Siri versus Julia at the end of all this. Julia could still win it by just winning out. But Utami's back in there again. You got Starlight versus Saya Kamitani. You got all these people. Risa Serra's in there. She's still undefeated. There's a bunch of people that can be worked into for the title match at the end of all this. But I don't know. I thought it was pretty good. Chris, thoughts?
Hi, Shashesta.
Hi, Shishita.
Hi, Shashesta. Hi, Shashesta.
Hi, Shishita.
Hi, Shashesta.
Hi, Shishita.
Yeah, I was surprised. Siri taking the L second match of the tournament. Not as fully aware of what you were just saying, like not putting the pieces together and what a big upset it was. I was surprised that it ended. I thought they were going to go to time limit. So I was really surprised that it ended when it did. But I just. This was awesome. And it does take you off guard. Like now that okay, well, she hasn't been able, Haya Shashesta hasn't been able to beat Siri in two time limit draws, and then no time limit, she loses, and then she's going to get the big win in the second round of this tournament. And really,
well,
shit, she did.
Right.
So yeah, it's a good time to throw you that curveball and catch you looking. So that was I like this result. And like you said, it's like there's those whenever they do these tournaments, whether it be something like this or G1, it's like, they got two big losses. But they just, now they have to go on a run through the fucking Torianos and the fucking dudes that are going to lose. So you get all those losses, you get them all back, and then you're back at the top by the end of it. So this is very exciting. And pretty much the only thing I'm looking forward to in professional wrestling right now.
Yeah. We get Suzu Suzuki. Her matches that are coming up this week. She had COVID, so she's been out. COVID's ripping fucking Japan apart right now. All this talent's having to sit out of various different shows and stuff like that. So that's something to look forward to. But like I said early when we were talking about it, there's something missing from the grandeur of night 1 and night 2 when you have to go to what looks like a Russian bathhouse and watch fucking matches. It's like, I mean, I understand it. You're doing the tour, you couple 100-seat arenas and stuff like that, but their quality is the video quality is terrible. Handheld video next to the ring where you can hear every bang on the mat is just, it's tough.
It's a Ring of Honor show.
It's tough.
Bang, 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 bang.
But it's also Joshi, so the girls that are, seconding the person wrestling are banging, going, and it's fucking brutal sometimes. I mean, I'm used to watching it, but you're not going to get any new fans with this quality fucking shit. Stick these stupid shows on YouTube. I saw somebody make that point. These, like, night 5, stick it on YouTube. What do you have to lose by sticking it on YouTube? I don't know what the streaming rights are or how that works, but put it up for free on YouTube.
No, you fucking own it.
Right. Well, not necessarily.
What do you mean?
Stardom, it has shared ownership with TV Asahi for their pay-per-views. That's why it takes 5 days for it to clear.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah. It's strange the way copyrights fucking work in Japan. It's a little backwards, but.
Well, the music has been deleted due to the musical rights. The music has been changed due to the musical rights, and it was just like
fucking God.
You don't get to hear Red Dragon's theme.
Right. All right, let's move on. Don't you have any final thoughts, Brian? You don't have anything, do you?
Just said I'll be back in 1 minute. I had a little bit of DP dough in Boulder, Colorado, and it's been cutting through my ass about every 2 hours since then.
Should we pause or should we just start?
Yeah, keep it moving. It's got to blast a little quick diarrhea, and I think I'll be back.
Shit your pants. It'll work well for our
good radio
listening audience.
Good radio.
I would like to say that they do a lot of one thing that they do in Stardom. They do it throughout this whole tournament is the actual using the. Wrestler 1 capitalizing on Wrestler 2's mistakes to actually get a win, as opposed to like Finn Balor. Oh, he hurt his ankle. Then he gets beat with a powerbomb.
Yes. Yeah.
What the fuck are we doing here?
Right. Well, it's because it's booked well. That's all there is to
that's
it.
what it is.
But
Triple
Triple H
H
is going to save WWE.
to save it. It's gonna
He's going
save
to save it from everything.
Is it so far gone at this point?
For me, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's nothing that's going to draw me back.
Well,
WrestleMania in Philadelphia, which we haven't talked about.
Right.
We never mentioned it. It's happening in 2024 if the Earth still exists.
Which it may not.
2024, because it's very, very likely we could be in a civil war by 2024. This is not outrageous to suggest.
No, but and there's no Vince, so he won't be like, fuck him.
We're gonna run a show anyway. Bullets flying by.
Yeah, it could happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But 2024 in Philadelphia, WrestleMania. Chris, you excited?
I'm excited to be able to go to a WrestleMania. I'm not missing WrestleMania. Not happening.
No, that I could take a subway to?
Yeah, fuck that. That being said, I have no idea what it would be. I know it's going to be a fucking slog. Right? But I think that there are people that I know, because this is going to be, I would assume this is going to be more than just, the three dopes. Four. Usually we have a fourth who's not a member of our crew that goes with us. I would assume that there are going to be like, other people that are going to want to go.
Yeah.
Family members that are going to want to go.
Right. Exactly.
Who I am very excited to, and they are excited to, I am excited to take, and they're excited to go to all the other shit that's going to be here, not WWE. And that's what I'm more excited for. But I want to go to, look, we talked about this years ago. If it ever came to Lincoln Financial Field, I'll pay for the worst fucking seat in that house just so I can be there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a shit. Doesn't have to be good. We'll have fun. It's probably going to take a lot of getting used to. It's fucking April, so it could be 65 degrees.
Good
or
snow.
20 and snowing. And, but that's the icing on the cake. That's the experience that'll top it all off. Because they don't run anything on, what would be Saturday and Sunday. So they don't run anything on Saturday and Sunday. It's not like you're going to miss something else, but it's everything leading up to that, which will be what I want to see and which I want to take other people to. And I guarantee you we'll most likely get some sort of a New Japan show, some sort of a fucking, hopefully a Stardom show would be fucking great. We're talking at the rate in which they look like they're moving and they're trying to give themselves exposure, that would most likely happening. Oh, fucking DDT.
DDT. I think DDT is your most likely chance.
Yeah. But I mean, all of these things I want to see. I mean, look, if there's an AEW show in the area, great. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I don't think that they would run.
I don't think so either.
No, I don't think they would run. I think they would run. They have their own fans, and their own fans would go to their show, and they
might run in the area Wednesday, but they're not running one that weekend.
No. I would say maybe on a Wednesday. It wouldn't be in Philly.
No.
But it would probably be like North Jersey or New York, Long Island, something like that, like Arthur Ashe, maybe
DC or something. Something in the area that you can get to. Pittsburgh. Well, Pittsburgh you can get to. It's not that close.
But I mean, look, I'm excited for it. I don't care. What do we talk? Who gives a shit? It's the showcase of the Immortals. Okay. And if you want to see Immortals on display and in very nice display with lights and things like that, you have to go to the showcase of Immortals. And no, I mean, it's exposing like my nephews who
I have a lot of friends whose kids are going to be just old enough in 2 years to go and enjoy this.
And it's not, like I said, it's not the WWE part. I mean, that's definitely going to happen, but that's not the part I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to bringing my nephew to DDT, and he's, will be 22 or 3 at that point.
Right.
My nephews are a little bit older, and then the other one would probably be like 16. So it's a perfect age to bring him to this dumb shit.
Dino's ass hanging out.
Yeah, they'll laugh their ass off. Same with my brother-in-law. Same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, Brandon. We're talking about WrestleMania in Philly. Stoked?
Yeah. Sorry, I had to run into the bathroom. It was like hitting a button on a fountain soda machine. Just yellow Gatorade came out for the 10 seconds. Then I'm back. Yeah, I can't fucking wait, dude. I mean, we'll get into Stardom, and I know we just talk shit on WWE and want to watch it, but I also like having fun. I don't hate friends and fun. It's going to be a ton of fun. Yeah. It was funny. I texted my mom because I was like, she got me a shirt from the Raging Climax, and it's either 99 or 01 when they were at the First Union Center that I still have. And I'm like, we're going to this, and she texts me back, and she's like, my husband's dad had a heart attack.
Oh my god!
And I was like, well, she hits the
finding
thumbs
out
up.
about
She goes, we
WrestleMania?
have to go. Yeah, she hits thumbs up. We have to go. And then she says, by the way, blah, 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 his dad had a heart attack. She's like, okay,
Okay, Mom.
Just the worst timing. You're like the most childish shit possible. Hey, see WrestleMania? It's like some tragic news in the family. But it just popped in my head. I figured I'd let you guys know about that because it's pretty
Wait,
funny,
that was
but
the response? Did you see WrestleMania's in Philadelphia?
I sent her
Yeah,
the
that sounds like a
the
lot of
same
fun, by
picture
the
you
way.
sent me, and she was like, "We have to go." By the way, my husband's dad has had a heart attack. His heart's
Wait
working
an
at
hour.
5%. His heart's working between
20
5 and 20%.
Oh shit, that's terrible. Can't wait to see it at WrestleMania.
I had that happen to my one other time that was really bad. Slayer was on their like final tour.
Yeah.
And
Which final tour was this?
This was probably 2018, 2017.
Yeah, one of those.
One of the final tours, and I sent my friend a video of a Dead Skin Mask. They were playing live in South America, and I was like, "Dude, listen to this. We have to go." And he texted me back, haha, yeah, my brother died today, and I was like, Jesus Christ, my man. I mean, it's just years ago. We're over it now, but boy, a couple poorly timed texts. Hitting with the Dead Skin Mask I thought that would get a bigger. I thought that would get a bigger laugh than it did.
Yo, check out this song "Live Undead"
Dead
by
Skin.
Yeah,
Slayer.
you should, after when he said, "Oh, by the way, my brother died," you should have sent him a video of Hell Awaits.
Yeah. Hella waits or blocked him.
Anyway, yeah, let me know about tickets. They're moving fast.
Yeah, yeah.
Hell
I
waits.
Yeah.
I got pretty off track here, but yeah, we're gonna do all this stuff, dude.
Yeah,
And
we're
like,
gonna do it all.
Put some money in your
I got a
pocket.
question for you. Where are these shows going to be held? We get 2,300, right?
Mhm.
Electric Factory.
Yeah.
Where else?
Fillmore.
Fillmore. The tower is closed. I'm just thinking of places that have had wrestling. I can't wait till GCW tries to get people to go to Atlantic City on WrestleMania weekend, and people are like, "Wait, how far is Atlantic City? It's right over in Jersey."
Let's think. There is the Collingswood Grand Ballroom. No, there's the I assume that the Armory's still up in Northeast Philly.
Yeah, I guess it's
You know, I mean, there's places. There's
It's gonna
places.
get interesting.
It's going to be very interesting, and they're also like, just because, you know, I don't know when would it start? Probably Wednesday or Thursday night is when the wrestling would start.
When I went, it was Thursday. It started.
But yeah, when they start looking, they're like, oh wait, somebody already booked it for Thursday. Why don't we just run it Wednesday?
I think you can get away with like Wednesday, Thursday night, kicking it down to the Showboat or whatever.
Right. Be like you could start down here and then head to Philly. Yeah, it was Thursday, Friday. When it was in New York, it was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That was when it was just one night WrestleMania. Still, that was the last. I think it was the last one night WrestleMania.
Oh, that was one when everybody got trapped on the subway platform.
Subway trap platform. They got trapped out
in the rain. Yeah, not even on a platform.
Wait a minute. They got trapped. Hold on. They got trapped at the Meadowlands in New Jersey. They didn't get trapped on a platform. They couldn't even get out of the fucking stadium.
They got
were
trapped
stuck out front of it. Like,
and then they got
no Ubers are coming. How bizarre! At 2:00 in fucking North Jersey, no one's coming to pick us up. I would have just. I was talking to somebody about this. I would have just started walking towards where I had to go. The sun would have started coming up, and I would have found a bus stop. I've been drunk. I've done weird shit before.
Dude, that is
5 hours of walking. Fuck it.
Fuck, that's
you can really get fucked over in Camden at that whatever it's called now outdoor
BB&T?
music venue because they just
BB&T?
closed the bridge.
Yeah. Good times. Or you could just take over the bridge and just start walking across it, like fucking Escape from New York.
Yeah, walk out of step. Make sure you walk out of step though.
Yeah,
because then the bridge will start bouncing and then
we'll die.
Collapse. Yeah, that's militaries when they walk when militaries march across bridges, they march out of step because the shum 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 will make the bridge bounce.
Yeah, but why would we walk in step? I don't even know these people.
I'm just saying.
Oh,
I'm just
okay.
saying something dumb. I'm just giving you a little stupid piece of information that I have.
Information. There
Have
you go.
Magneto
If you ever,
rip the bridge up and
Jimmy, you really got jammed up like by that factoid. Like we're going to be moving in lockstep.
we are wrestling fans. We all think alike.
Jericho's
me,
wife will be leading us.
the 600-pound guy next to me who smells like a
SKR.
fucking sewer. They all
Break
look at
the
this.
walls down.
Stanley.
Oh, by the way, I appreciate this shirt. By the way, hey, YouTube watchers, look at this Julia shirt.
Gulia?
That fucking thing.
Julia Gulia.
So good. I might just buy the
You know
entire collection.
You know what's awesome?
You
I
didn't
don't know
already?
how awesome it is, but I noticed now that major retailers are selling bootlegs shirts.
Really?
Like bootleg style shirts like you would get outside of a concert.
Mm.
Like it's gotten so big with the goofy like, Instagram
Screen
shirts.
printed.
I had a coworker of mine, he was wearing a Rihanna shirt.
Oh yeah, I saw that
And
at
I was like,
Walmart. I almost bought it.
I was like, "Yo, where'd you get that?" He was like, "Oh, I bought it at Journeys." And I
Yeah.
was like, and I looked at another buddy. I was like, "Yo," because the other guy that I looked at is a big Instagram t-shirt buyer, and I looked at him, and he was like, "I was like, see what they're doing?" He's like, "I know, man."
That's
He's like,
what
"My
they do.
Instagram t-shirts aren't that special anymore."
When I was up at Mahoning, it was colder than we thought it was going to be up in the Poconos at night, or Jim Thorpe. So we stopped at the Walmart to get sweatshirts, and they had one for it was Selena, a Selena one. It was huge that I almost bought. It looked like it was a bootleg.
5X.
Oh my god, it was huge. My wife shot it down. The Selena one she shot down, and also there was a giant faux sheep fur jacket that was $10. She shot it down. I should have just bought it.
Well, why?
Who's shooting down a $10
Who's
fur
shooting down
jacket?
a $10 fur?
Someone with common sense that enjoys fashion
I'm
shot
out.
it down. But I
I'm
should have
out.
bought it more than anyway.
I did the same thing. I went to.
Go ahead.
No, Brandon, go ahead.
I went
Brandon,
to one of those like Hot Topics type stores. We were going on vacation in March. And I was like, I wanted new T-shirts, and there was some artist named Saweetie, and it was her twerking
go.
on a stripper pole, and
No.
it just said "So Icy Summer" and like that, like 3-6 Mafia album cover thing.
like this one.
And exactly, yeah. And I pulled it out on vacation, and it was just like, what did you buy? I was like, God damn it! I thought it was gonna be a big hit.
I busted out my Utami shirt on vacation. It got shot down because I have this same thing, the Utami one. It was like, wah, wah, wah. Especially because it says Utami in the gold, like in the top, but then the bottom says Hayashishita. It's like 20 letters. I was like, fuck yes, this shirt rules. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah,
I brought matching shoes and everything, man.
I never get shot down with anything.
Yeah.
You have to wear the stupidest shit, dumb sunglasses, fucking Speedos. She don't care, man.
I mean, sometimes I need a little check once in a while.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's not like
the
we're
guy
gonna be
that
shot
got
down.
it.
I'm looking.
I'd be dressed like I was when I was fucking 14 in like chartreuse fucking tank tops and pink shorts. I wouldn't care. I'd be like,
Nothing wrong with that,
You're like
bro.
a fucking jackass.
When we say shot down, like I know my house is already a little out of control already. I have a giant like metal alien next to the TV. I'm looking at Jimmy's screen. He's got FMW
Yes.
banners hanging from the walls of his
Also,
house.
you can't tell from this light, but my walls are purple. They're lavender. Isolate.
We're getting away with some stuff.
Yeah,
No, I get it.
I'm kidding, of course.
Get it.
My wife is very understanding of my weirdness. Speaking of weirdness, how about AEW? I guess.
How about it? It was so
That
good.
happened.
They're going places.
Dude, the internet was all over the show. They were saying how great it was, man. Serious. Rich Cassidy versus Jay Lethal. That happened. A dumpster match happened. The Acclaim versus the Gun Club. That was entertaining.
That was actually my favorite match of the fucking week.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one. I also liked. Let's talk about the Undisputed Elite. Do a little promo. Beat up the Young Bucks. Kid crying in the crowd. Brandon, thoughts?
Good.
The Hung Bucks, I guess, are back. I did see that kid crying. I thought that was pretty funny. I was wondering. I'm like, boy, they must have really gotten tired of Adam Cole, like I did. I was like, oh no, he's been injured the whole time. So
Yeah.
slightly disappointed that wasn't just an organic. Get this guy out of here for a little while.
I gotta say,
But- Sorry, I was just gonna say. I guess Kenny Omega's boxed out a little bit here of
We
this
still
potential trios rivalry.
he's still hurt. I don't think I don't know when this trios tournament's going to happen. They might be waiting for Kenny to come back. They haven't announced a start date yet, right? Have they?
No, but either way, it's like, geez. Well, we got 3-3 now.
Yeah.
He's not involved in it. I don't know who he's going to be with.
He's definitely still hurt. He hasn't announced when he's going to come back, which he probably won't. It'll be a surprise.
Brain damage that leads to vertigo doesn't just heal up in like 9 months.
Well,
take like
if you're Bryan Danielson, you just sit in a fucking sensory deprivation tank and you're cured.
Get spun around a centrifuge machine.
Okay, Chris.
Go to the hellhole down the shore.
Yeah, remember the hellhole?
What?
Gravitron.
I would assume. Remember that fucking Star Wars ride? Oh God!
Yeah, they're all based on that Gravitron fucking machine.
Fuck that thing! I just remember being like, "Oh, this is so cool, Star Wars." C-3PO. It's Darth Vader.
It was a spaceship taking off.
That being said, you would assume Kenny Omega has the right to come back whenever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, I think you make a big deal of it.
There's no time frame, so it's almost like we're not waiting. We don't expect him until he tells us it's okay. So whatever our plans on, we move on with. I thought that the trios thing would start. It's a tournament, but they don't. I mean, they don't use their pay-per-views to solve anything. Because to me, it's always like, okay, well, that makes sense. You're gonna have a tournament for the trios championship, and then the final will be on All Out, All In, for the one that's coming up is. But that's not the way they do things, and they also need 8 months to run a tournament. They need one match every fucking.
May I speculate?
Fucking weeks. Go ahead.
They're going to bring a New Japan team in, and they're waiting for G1 Climax then before they even start it. I think that they're going to start it in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll get the final will be whatever that Halloween pay-per-view is or the November pay-per-view. All out, all in, all back, inside, outside. Which one is it?
That would be
back out, back, outhouse. Which one is it called?
I don't remember. I think it's the casino one.
Casino. Okay. Casino.
Double or nothing.
There you go. Okay, Brandon.
That's a good idea, Jimmy. If I didn't already know that you stole that from King of the Good Times on Twitter, that posts all the Stardom fantasy.
So I'm going to speculate.
King of the Good Times. I get all my information from King of the Good Times, the stats master of Stardom.
I'm going to speculate that the 6-man that they bring in, the trios team that they bring in from from Japan, will be let's think. It'll be Tenzan.
Tenzan, Kojima, and Nagata.
And Yuji Nagata, yeah. I was going to go this guy. It's Yuji Nagata.
Third generation. That's what they call them. Third generation. This guy.
Yeah.
Third generation. No, it'd probably be Ishii, Goto, and Yoshihashi. They're the big never guys. I hope they bring in fucking Evil. Oh, my God. I want to see him in front of a live audience getting booed. I love Evil. I don't hate Evil. We'll talk about G1 Climax next week.
I don't give a fuck about any of this.
Either way.
Like, they've pushed me into I don't give a fuck realm.
I mean, there's some cool stuff happened on this episode. But there was some stuff that was like legit, like, why is this on the show? Matt Hardy versus Christian Cage. Why was that on the show?
Well,
except for Christian Cage almost getting hit by the car. That was great.
That was great. But then you had him wrestle Matt Hardy. There was nobody that could do that.
It was probably supposed to be Jeff at some point. When
but
they were originally mapping this out.
Well, no, I mean, like, you couldn't further, I mean, I guess they are further in a storyline, but I mean, this is what you get. This is what we watch. And I think this was at the turn of the hour.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah. Oh, got to get them viewers in. Give them.
Who was your favorite match? Okay, who was your favorite match on the card? I don't want to talk about the show that much.
Yeah, mine.
Yeah, good.
Oh, fucking Gun Club and fucking Acclaimed. At least I.
Oh, you like that one? Okay, dumps.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. There were 4 goofballs going at it. It was fun. It was different.
Brandon, who'd you like?
Yeah, that was going to be my answer, but I think I'll just say Christian Cage versus Matt Hardy, just because I've slipped into a rhythm with this show where I'm like, of course this is happening. This is like weird 90s WCW Nitro. Like, they have to have something bizarre going on in the middle of this card that doesn't make a ton of sense. There's people getting tattoos back and forth about a match that hasn't even happened that I don't know that anyone even cares about.
How about this? You guys
Did you
talk
see
about
this,
Chris
Chris?
Jericho and Wheeler Yuta, so I go pee.
The fucking I was gonna mention the Brody King Darby Allin tattoo battle that's going on. Like anyone gives a fuck about this?
Who fucking cares? It's so self-indulgent. It's just like, it's almost like we're going to give you whatever the fuck we want to give you, and you're going to have to eat it. And we're going to act like it's cool. Like WWE does the same shit, but they don't even act like it's fucking cool. They just act like they don't give a fuck. Like, this is what you get.
Right.
Bye.
Yeah.
And they don't have a comment about it.
Like they're
Fucking-
throwing
'cause
it,
they can get it
throwing
up-
it into your fucking solitary
Yeah.
confinement cell. Like, here's
Yeah,
your dinner.
Here's your dinner, and they don't even give a shit. They don't even comment on it. The only thing that they do is they get comments on their Instagram, like positive comments, which is the fucking worst. It's so annoying. They get positive comments, WWE, on their Instagram from USA Network and Peacock's Instagram. It's like your mom telling you how fucking
synergy,
cool you
yeah.
are on Facebook.
Yeah, exactly. So proud of you. Oh my god, that's weird. Yeah. Is there not millions of dollars being exchanged here? I was just laughing at the fucking tattoo thing, because I don't care how many tattoos you have, to get a tattoo about a match so the story can get over on cable and have it still not even do that. There's something funny about that. It's not like it's like a big match.
Yo,
Just
here's
like-
the other thing.
It's just a fucking loser match.
Hold on. Fucking the tattoo thing. Darby Allin, I got more fucking tattoos than Darby fucking Allin.
I am back.
Right? I mean, the dude's barely fucking tattooed. Why is he the tattooed guy?
Well, Brody King's the tattoo.
Brody
guy.
King.
Yeah, I
is the
get
tattoo.
that, but Darby Allin?
Yeah,
I mean,
so
like, and here's the other thing. I mean, maybe it's just because of the circle that I ran in, or the people that I know, but being a dude covered in tattoos is fucking, like, I wish I didn't have any. Then I could be different.
I want more.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, seriously though, it's like, it's not that special. Maybe it is. Maybe it is because like when we were down in Charleston, a lot of people stopped us like on the beach and admired our. Nobody touched us. Thank God for that, because that's a thing.
Chris,
They
I
wanna
think that
caress
you
you.
just think that everybody's tattooed.
That's what I mean.
I see
No,
lots
I'm
of
getting-
people day to
getting
day
to
that have
I'm-
none.
I'm getting to that point when we were down there and people were like, "Oh, we really like your tattoos," and I'm just like, "Yeah, they suck." That's what I'm thinking to myself. But you know, it's not commonplace. It just is. Yeah.
commonplace or not commonplace, getting a tattoo to try to get a match over and still not getting the match over.
Fucking Lamazoid.
What the fuck is going on?
I'm a Thunderstorm versus Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter.
They moved it first hour.
I know.
That's a big deal.
It is a big deal. It was really
forget-
good when Tony Storm and Jamie Hayter were in the ring. It was really good. Go ahead.
And Tony Storm actually, it wasn't guess who's taking the pin? I was surprised.
We had quite a front row tonight.
Yeah, we did.
Last week. Did you see the guy with the Jim Cornette
Jim
T-shirt?
Cornette
American
shirt,
flag?
USA Jim Cornette guy.
There was a
Where were
Foz, a lady in a Fozzy, like them in the MASH font, Fozzy shirt. I was like, where'd they find these
Jericho's
people?
wife.
Get the match font on. She's ready to fucking storm.
Yeah, she's got military stencil font, and she's storming a cap. No cap. Storming a cap, no cap.
Storming that cap, no cap.
I'm going to be honest with you. I really have nothing. I'm just babbling on because I have nothing good to say about this entire episode of
It's going nowhere.
AEW.
Yeah, I'm
The
sorry.
stuff that was good, we
choose-
talked about. It's like Ricky Starks is good. Powerhouse Hobbs is good. If they fight each other, that's cool. I just don't need to say it again.
Jesus, that tattoo is terrible. I'm looking at it right now. That's not real. Brody King got a tattoo that says "Here lies Darby Allin." That's not real. No way. That's somebody else.
A loser.
You are one. I'm thinking of Dumb and Dumber. You are one pathetic loser.
One pathetic loser. I got nothing.
I saw
else.
he's in like some hardcore band, Brody King.
See, I don't know. Chris, you listen to hardcore? Do you know?
No, Chris doesn't listen to hardcore. He's 40 fucking 6.
All right.
Sorry, guys.
Moved on.
Moved on from that.
You don't want to stand in the back of the room with your arms crossed, Chris, anymore? Not that you ever did that.
I got friends my own age that stand in the front of the room, fucking pumping that fist, screaming them lyrics.
Yeah, that's true. As long as you're enjoying the music.
Listen, as long as you're enjoying yourself. I just, I'd rather listen to fucking, I don't know, The Cure.
I only bring it up because
obscure 80s band, but Midnight Oil.
This TikTok video came on my feed and it was Brody King. I guess he's the lead singer and he's like, "This song is called God's Hate, off the album God's Hate by God's Hate," the name of his band. Nice. And I looked it up and there's like a total 200,000 people have listened to them, but the God's Hate fans are in the comments going, "People think this guy is just a fucking wrestler. He's a lead singer." So I posted on there and I was like, more people see Brody King in one night on TNT than I've ever seen God Hate in the history of the band. I got a lot of feedback. Keeping me entertained while I was in Colorado.
Nice. Where did this happen? On Instagram?
TikTok. I like to goof around with TikTok with the kids.
We'll do TikTok.
Cool. So God's Hate was founded by Colin Young of Twitching Tongues.
Oh, I love Twitching Tongues.
They all have the worst names.
Brody King, a vocalist, AEW professional wrestler, Brody King.
There you go.
It just seems to me like we're getting to a point where it's like we have this like, we have interesting dudes on your TV. You turn on your TV, you see interesting looking guys that don't look like the guys on the other show, right? So we got that looks different vibe, especially a guy like Brody King. And it's just like, what are we doing? Like, we don't do anything.
I do want to say that we have given shit, and people in general have given shit to AEW for not having certain guys on their show. And it's starting to come out that some of the guys are hurt. Miro's one of them. Aleister Black is another one who says he's been dealing with chronic back issues now for a long time. Some of these guys aren't wrestling for a reason. But the guys that they do have, we like some of them. I don't need to see Matt Hardy ever again. I don't think anybody does.
No, I don't think anybody needed to see Matt Hardy for 10 years.
Yeah.
No, I do. I need more.
What was that?
I need him to go broken again.
We weren't watching the pay-per-view together when he was a complete mess. That was the one that was the Sake the Nake one where he was like stiff as a board, couldn't fucking move.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that was the one that we were just laughing, texting one.
I was watching.
That was when they were still trying to use him in like a big free-for-all match.
Right. I was watching at work on a laptop, streaming through some Russian website, just hoping it wouldn't crash my computer, and laughing hysterically at fucking Jake the Snake falling all over the place.
That was a good one.
Bring back Jake the Snake. He's interesting.
DMT shirts, mom jeans.
Mom jeans and DMT shirts.
Bad puns. I told him he wants to be a doctor. He's got no patience.
We got no patience. All right, let's talk about next week's episode of Dynamite, as in tomorrow. Quake by the Lake.
Right.
Called that because I believe it's
the Minneapolis.
Minneapolis. Okay, there you go. So I'm just going to look at the poster because I don't want to look into it. FTR returns. Well, you can give me thoughts afterwards. Jade Cargill defends the belt against Madison Rayne. Signed as a coach, wrestling a show. The Lucha Bros versus Andrade El Idolo and Rush. Coffin match. Brody King versus Darby Allin. We're getting a coffin match in Stardom soon, too. I have a feeling that the Stardom one's going to be more entertaining. And AEW Internet World Champion Jon Moxley versus Chris Jericho. The AEW Internet World Championship.
That's not a bad show on paper.
That was Brandon gone.
I'm here. Go ahead, Chris.
Oh, I didn't. I caught none of what you guys said. You're both silent. I figured I'd just chime in.
I'm silent?
No, you're not anymore.
No.
You were talking, then you stopped, and then I just got this like 3-second silence, so I just started talking.
Go ahead.
Sorry about that.
It's all you, brother.
On paper, it's that seems like an entertaining 2 hours of TV. I really don't need to. I never. There was never a point in my life in which I watched matches involving Madison Rayne. I don't really need one. I'm not sitting here saying that I need one now. But the rest of it, I'll watch. Probably while I'm doing something else. Thursday morning.
There you go.
There you go.
Brandon, thoughts?
I think we should delete this segment because every time I'm just like, man, this guy, dudes wrestling dudes. Could be fun, could not be
we're
fun.
so negative.
But it will be fun when I see it. There'll be things like, oh my god, it was fucking the ass boys got their dumpster flipped and it was full of packing peanuts.
That was
good. I'm glad I got to see that. But precursor, I'm like, yeah, dead days of summer. Fucking, I'm glad Andrade got off the Ric Flair Roadshow. I saw Flair's. Flair asked Carlito's dad, like, "Can you still go?"
Carlos Colon.
Hold on. Let me stop you right now. Okay.
Oh, I called him.
Carlito's dad is
Carlito's
fucking
dad.
Carlos Colon.
Yeah. Well, to Brandon, it's Carlito's. It's
No, I
Carlito's
know.
dad.
I'm just saying. Let me just inform that this is like the biggest wrestler in Puerto Rico history. He's like a god there, and he allowed Bruiser Brody to get murdered in his locker room.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
There you go.
Yeah, awesome guy. He's another awesome wrestling carny piece of shit.
But him and Flair are probably going to wrestle. Although it was his last, but we watched his last match apparently.
Well, people were fucking. If you went online, people were fucking pissed
About what?
about the fact that he was like, "Oh, I'm going to be with Andrade." It's like,
Yeah.
Didn't I give you money? Because you didn't even give it a fucking week before
But
I
he's
got
just the
robbed of my
manager.
fucking money. That's the same. You were involved. It's the same fucking thing.
He's just the manager, Chris.
At least give it a couple weeks, you fucking piece of shit.
That's not my match.
God.
This next one isn't my match.
I'm fucking on in a row.
You think Conrad's going to put this on pay-per-view?
Oh God.
I hope he does.
He's going to call it his last match in Puerto Rico.
Fuck.
Not
man.
a U.S. proper, a U.S. territory. Doesn't count as U.S. proper. It's not his last match.
Fuck.
Carlos
What a
Colon with
fucking-
a fully welded together bottom half of his body. He's gonna
Yes.
He's gonna
His head's one
shake his
giant
way into
scar.
the.
He's still dyeing that afro, though. Looks good.
What's left of it?
All these wrestlers look great after over a certain age.
Yeah,
With the
these guys
scars
are
all over
pretty
their
good.
heads. They look fucking great.
If we can agree on one thing, it's a pretty good looking batch of guys.
Let me tell you something, man. That promo, we talked about it last week. That promo where Karen Jarrett is going, the only reason you're doing this because you're out of fucking money is 100% fucking right.
That's
And
so
real.
good.
And real. It's just like, fuck, man. Like, well, you know what it is? See, maybe it's because his fucking gravy train came to an end. Because remember, what's his name? Vince used to bail him out on a regular fucking basis. Now Vince is going fucking bye-bye, quite possibly.
Paul. I'm
You know
late
how I know nobody
late
cares
I'm
about-
late on my alimony payment again on my 6th marriage. Can you help me out, Paul? And Paul's like, I don't think so, Rick. It's not happening this time. Can you call Vince? Vince is going to jail, Rick. You need to find another source. Hangs up the phone. What's the area code for Puerto Rico? Calls up Carlos Colon. Hey, Carlos, how you been? And Carlos is speaking Spanish. He's like, all right, I'll be there. Before you know it,
want to go one more time?
make sure Invader 2 is there. I think that's the guy that killed fucking
Yeah, the Invader.
Invader 1 or 2. Killed
One of them.
Bruiser Brody.
Let's have a match, you and me. Yeah, versus the corpse of Bruiser Brody and Roddy Piper.
There you go.
Think of a dead wrestler fast.
You think it was a misjudgment by us to spend more time talking about Ric Flair than any other wrestler on this podcast?
Or we clocked in an hour talking about Ric Flair's last match show.
If anybody knows there's no more money and fandom to be wrung out of Ric Flair, it's us, because we do it every week. We got about 100 people watching.
We do. We did get rave reviews for our performance with Ric Flair's last match, though.
We did.
I did inform people that I was very drunk by the end of it. But
That's good.
I'm glad we performed well.
Try.
Unlike me, usually in bed, when I've drank too much, I'm not performing well. But I can do it on a podcast. There you go. Any final thoughts? Any questions, concerns, anything?
At least
Brandon?
we know what we're good at.
Yeah.
At least we know what we're good at. I'm good.
Chris, anything? Did I forget anything?
I don't think so. If you did, who cares? We'll talk about it next week.
Yeah, we will. We'll get caught up on G1 Climax. Well, maybe not caught up, but we'll talk about it. I'm not watching all those fucking matches. Some guys have been eliminated. Apparently, there's a 6-way tie in one of the groups. We're down to the last couple of weeks, including Yujiro Takahashi at first place.
All right.
So
A 6-way tie.
there we go. There we go. There's your G1 Climax. And I was thinking about this. Let me touch on G1 Climax real quick. I was thinking about this. I talked to my Stardom statistician on social media, and I stole his idea, their idea. I think that they split it up this way just in case shit got locked down again, which makes sense, right? I was just thinking about this where I was like Chase Owens's matches are already all over. Like he's not wrestling again for like a month, for like 3 more weeks. He doesn't wrestle again. They must have stretched his shit out just in case shit got shut down, so they can move everything around.
That makes sense. That from the King.
I got that from the King of Stats, or the imaginary King of Stats in Stardom. There actually is a guy that does keep track of all this shit. I don't steal his ideas.
Sense.
I should steal his ideas.
I'm just gonna start making up that you did. That this is all.
Go for it. Start a feud. Send me emails. He stole your idea. What idea?
I just opened my phone.
Yes.
And the YouTube app was open, and I looked down, and there's like one of these little shorts videos. It's not on; it's just like in the feed. And it's this is what a wonderful human Chris Jericho is now.
I was gonna say it's Stardom bikining.
No,
bikini the bikini. Are we buying that?
That's in the bone. That's going in the bone.
Am I sacrificing my hard-earned money for the podcast, quote unquote? So this way we can review it.
Yeah, definitely. You sacrifice your hard-earned money to get me a book of New Japan gym boobs.
Oh, tits. Yes, the New Japan tits is real good.
New Japan gym boob book, which I have staring at me right now.
A couple years ago, just to explain to viewers or listeners, New Japan put out a photo book just of their performers' tits. Tanahashi, Sho, Yo. It's all tits. Naito. All tits.
It's a wonderful.
It's great.
Book.
It's a great book. Yeah, Chris.
So I don't know. I looked down at my phone and there's a video in the shorts section, and it's titled "Chris Jericho says Chyna was terrible to work with."
R.I.P.
She's fucking dead.
I don't know. I would talk all I will talk all the shit on dead people.
Oh God.
I'm petty like that. They're gone. I'm still here.
You won. You won.
Not yet.
As I always say, you fucking won. They're dead. They're fucking dead. I had a guy that I know, much older man, posted on Facebook when John McCain died, right? Because
R.I.P.
By the time John McCain died, he wasn't quite, conservative enough, so they all hated him, and it was like your hero, and it was some fucking article about how he did something in a jet that was dangerous on a fucking, in World War or in Vietnam, like
World War One.
No,
he was that old.
Fucking Vietnam. He was fucking. He did this on a battleship and he could have killed people. And I just commented, "Yo, the guy's fucking dead. You won." Like, what the fuck, bro?
Oh, man.
I don't know. That is pretty funny though, to start breaking down the military strategy from a 6-year-old war that this guy probably wasn't in.
Oh no, he was.
About a dead guy.
Definitely, this guy. That's how old he was. He definitely was in that war. So
what did he do?
I don't know what he did, but he was in the army during Vietnam. I don't know if he served in Vietnam.
Made sure everybody got paid every 2 weeks.
Yeah, but he well, I don't give a shit. I'll put it out on the podcast. I don't care anymore. Certain people that I'm surrounded by are beginning to not like me because of my stances.
You are too liberal, Chris? Unbelievable.
Yeah, right. Right. because
compared to the people that are around you. It's our country's falling
let
apart.
me hear
What
what
you
you
talking
got to
about?
say about this.
I
Sorry.
still make money. Fuck you talking
Sorry,
about?
dick.
Don't call me a spaz. You can't say that anymore.
Chris, don't you dare call me a spaz.
Fuck that.
That's the problem. Someone was like, no need to spaz out, Chris. He's like, how dare you use that word?
You're not gonna like me when I'm angry.
You're not going to like me when I'm pissed. Not spaz. Spaz.
I don't understand that.
We were making fun of spazzing last week about how we can't say it anymore.
Oh.
And you said you would keep saying it.
Yeah, you can say it whenever you want.
But now you are too liberal. So therefore,
Yeah.
you must defend not using the word spaz.
No, fuck that. You say
Okay.
what you
So
want.
you're not that. So the point is made. You are too
Yeah.
liberal for
Yeah.
these people.
Well, listen. Let's clarify this. I think you should be able to say whatever you want. I also think you better be able to suffer the fucking consequences for your words. That's all.
Of course. Some
That's
people don't
all
want
I'm
it.
saying.
But Chris, you don't understand. That's cancel culture. You don't understand, Chris.
Is it
That's what it's considered.
suffering the consequences for your
So if
fucking
you could
actions?
randomly,
Okay.
like, you randomly just like you're at a dinner table, you just drop in the N word. You're like, and this and that. And somebody's like, that's racist. You shouldn't use the N word. And you go, cancel culture's ruining my life. It's no fun anymore.
Well, that's
There you go.
that's
There
the
you go.
difference
There's your
between-
example.
That's the difference between freedom of speech
Being a
and
fucking asshole.
speaking with fucking impunity. And they are two different fucking things. Deal with it's so funny. I was listening to something where they were talking about maybe I was on TV. They were talking about consequence and how one of the things with children is they don't understand consequence. And I agreed with that. I didn't understand consequence till I was well into my fucking 40s. And that's the thing. Well, consequences. So,
Chris.
Yeah, too liberal.
Brandon, any final thoughts? I'm trying to think if we have anything else to talk about.
There's nothing to talk about. There's just
We're
shit.
only at an hour and a half.
Good. Let's go.
We usually go 2 hours. This
Just
is how
move
bad
that
wrestling
to
was.
the front, Jim. Just the first 5 seconds of the podcast should be Chris going consequence.
Consequences, schmonsequences.
I don't know if you guys know this, but I don't have a chair. I have like a coffee
Cart.
table that I'm sitting on.
Oh, really?
That's what I sit on as my chair. I'm still in like moving, even though I've been here for over a year. I was just bouncing up and down. I almost cracked the thing in half.
Oh God, I would have.
That would have been so funny to see Dreamy drop 2 feet.
See that?
Just see the top of my head.
This is the bottom of his feet. Guys, up in the air.
Just kicking. All right, let's get out of here then. Everything that if I think of anything, we'll just put it at the front of the show next week, as per your instructions, Brandon. Thanks for joining us this week, and join us here every week at Wrestling is Hard. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at hard4wrestling. Subscribe and follow. Tell your friends. For Brandon and Chris, I am Jim. We'll be back here next week.